Well, hey guys. Okay, so I feel like it's been a long time since I've done a video, but it's for you guys, it probably doesn't feel that way because I've had some pre-recorded videos that I've put up. Okay, a lot of things have happened in this December, January time, and I may talk about that some other time. But today I have got a new, and by the way, this is the second time I've tried to film this video, and I wish I did bloopers at the end because there was just a really funny one that happened. So sorry, you guys can't see it. All right, so today I've got the Angled Silicone Face Sponge from e.l.f. This is a new sponge that they've come out with. It's basically a regular sponge, but the bottom end of it has silicone. It says it's dipped in silicone, which helps the foundation blend more seamlessly and all this and that. So it does feel kind of, I don't know, this might be okay because it doesn't feel too rubbery, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I am gonna wet this, so I'll be right back in just a second, but I just wanted to give you guys like how it looks in the box, you know, so you can kind of see it if you're looking for it in stores or whatever. But it's got a bunch of like angled edges. This will probably be really good for like maybe concealer. I know they're saying this is like an all-purpose sponge. You can use it for anything, contour, highlight, all that stuff. I don't usually do that with a sponge. But it could be useful, like if you're traveling and you only want to bring one tool, this could be your girl. So I'm going to be right back. I will go wet this and we'll see what happens, and I'll be right back. Okay, and here we are back, and look how big it got. Very squishy. My favorite sponges have been these sponges, and they're not wet, they're still dry, and they're obviously still dirty and need to be washed. But these are just like your generic, it's not Equate, but it was like Precision Beauty or something that I got in a 3-pack from Walmart. There's the largest size, there's the medium size, and then there's actually a small one, which is somewhere around, I don't know. I was gonna say something. Oh, it's the package on this e.l.f. sponge says that you can use it wet or dry. I'll try to put how much it costs in the description. This pack of 3 sponges from Walmart Precision Beauty was like $5, I think, for 3. And then I also really did like this one. This is the flocked velvety microfiber kind of sponge. I'll try and put that in the description as what it's actually called, from Shop Miss A. The thing that I don't like about these sponges is, I don't know, you can see right there, like all the flocking starts to come off. So then it ends up on your face, or when you're trying to wash it, if you're trying to wash it, the flocking will start to come off, and it's even starting to come off right here too. So, I mean, and even like right there, you can see. So that's one of the big things that I do not like about this sponge. And I don't know, this happens a lot to me with sponges. They just start to disintegrate. These ones, the Precision Beauty ones, have lasted the longest, but you can even see on these, they're starting to like, and I've had this forever, honestly. At least a year, could be 2 years I've had this exact sponge. And I do wash it regularly. I just haven't had a chance to wash it recently, and I haven't used it recently, honestly. But yeah, they just start to fall apart. Now the other sponges, such as the Real Techniques, I can't remember what their sponge is called. I can't remember what their sponge is called. Anyway, that one like falls apart immediately. It starts to tear, crack, break, and I use it wet, like dampened, and I just wash it like normal. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm using maybe a soap that I'm using isn't correct for it, but I don't abuse my sponges, man. They do just fall apart though. So this brand has been the one that has lasted the longest. Anyway, so this says you can use it wet or dry. This is specifically, the silicone part is specifically for foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready. We're gonna use it. And today I'm gonna use the Too Faced Do You and the Uoma by Sharon C Flawless IRL Skin Perfecting Foundation. This one is a little bit light, which I think it'll be okay, but I just want to add a little bit of this just so that it's just, the color is a little bit, it's not too bright, it's not too light, okay? All right, here we go. So this is I don't know why you need to see this, but I'm just used to doing it this way. So there's that's probably gonna be fine, honestly, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of the other just to darken it a touch so that it's just not too light. That's the Too Faced Do You, which is good foundation, by the way. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit, maybe about half as much of the Uoma by Sharon C, which is also a good foundation. I like it too. All right, just gonna mix it. The Too Faced is more of a cream type texture, and the Uoma Flawless IRL foundation is a bit more thin and runny, but that's what we've got going on so far. And I'm just going to do this like I normally would, just dot it on. And since we're not really caring too much about coverage, I just want to see how the sponge blends it. But I'll let you know if like it's removing coverage or whatever. So here we go. I don't like the feeling of it, honestly. But the silicone, the significance of the silicone, stinks by the way, is that it's supposed to blend in your foundation more seamlessly. Oh, it stinks. I do not like the smell of it. They came out with something similar to this. It was called the Sili Sponge, and it was just basically a disc of silicone, and people kind of liked that. I was never even interested in trying that, but I think this is the same idea. So this is nothing real groundbreaking or, you know, remarkably new. I don't feel like the coverage is like being that great, honestly, with this. And I don't even know, like, I'll read the package in a minute. It just says it's supposed to blend your foundation seamlessly or whatever. And I'll try the other, like just the soft side, and we'll just see if that feels better or blends better or whatever. I think it looks fine, but I don't know that it's like significantly different, honestly. I feel like I'm getting, the coverage is looking natural, but I can't honestly say if it's from the sponge or just the foundation is just a natural foundation. So let's just try the flat side and we'll just see. I like the feeling of the actual soft sponge side better. But I do just like the feeling of a sponge better than something hard, rubbery, and plasticky feeling, you know. That just seems like anybody would probably prefer that. Both of these foundations are good foundations in my opinion and have been good for me. So, I mean, you can have a great sponge and all that, but how much of your finished look is going to be determined just by the tool? I couldn't tell you. Like, I really couldn't. I mean, there might be a case made for that for eyeshadow because it's just, you know, pretty intuitive to have a brush to blend out pigments. This has been true for centuries, since we've been using pigments in art and stuff like that. But I don't know that this is like so remarkable that it's like the game changer of makeup. I don't know, it seems fine, but it doesn't seem like so remarkable that I'm just dying over it. All right, so what I am going to do is try to use this for a little bit of concealer, and we're up to about 7 minutes, so hopefully this video won't be too long. But I will try and use the sponge for a little bit of concealer, and today I'm going to use, I think I'll just use the tried and true Kylie Skin Concealer in the shade Gypsum. And we'll just see how well this works. I like the aspect of the flat edge. I'm just gonna, I feel like it is soaking up a lot of the product. So if you are heavy-handed, that might be of interest to you. And usually what I'll do is if I feel like there's too much product on my under eyes, because I do have so much to cover that I tend to kind of carefully layer products, but I feel like it's too much, then I will go over it with a sponge to remove any excess. This is the AOA Studio Liquid Concealer. And I'm just gonna put it right here where I have that shadow right there. I'm gonna let it sit for a second. And I do have powder, so I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll blend this all out. And again, like this is kind of fat, so for me, I feel like I would much prefer like a smaller brush to kind of blend this little section out. But what I'll probably do is I'll go and come back with my full face done, and then I'll use the sponge and let you guys know how it went. Just so that this video doesn't become like an hour long. Yeah, I think I would prefer a brush for my concealer, just because I feel like this is absorbing too much product, and I would rather have the brush, blend it out with the brush, and then come back and pick up any excess that I don't want with the sponge afterwards, instead of having to keep layering and layering and removing and layering and all that stuff. So I'm gonna be right back. I'll do the rest of my face and we'll come back with my final thoughts. Okay, so here we are, full face done. I just blew my nose, so pay no attention to the redness. Has nothing to do with the sponge. I used this flat side to do powder, and I liked that. I tried to use this rounded end for blush because they're saying you can do all kinds of stuff with it, and I just wanted to try as many things as I could. But I feel like for foundation, this is soaking up a bit of the product. Even the silicone end was not like, I mean, you can see there is some product that got soaked into it because it's still there. And you're gonna get more soak into the spongy side, but it wasn't, and it's nothing revolutionary, I guess I should say. It's a nice sponge, and I'll keep it and continue to use it because I do like to have a sponge on hand. But I feel like this, for me, served a better purpose as removing any excess product that might be too much on my face. This was the silicone end was fine. I don't know that I loved it so much that I would rather use that. I honestly feel like I prefer the softer spongy side. I might try it a few more times, but I mean, just realistically, this is nothing that's so great that I'm just dying over it. I don't think it's terrible. I'll try to put the price in the description. I don't think it was that expensive, but for me personally, the sets of sponges from the Precision Beauty is just a better deal because I'm getting 3 sponges for the same price, most likely, as 1 sponge. And this is nothing that's so amazing that it's just changed the game for me. So those are my thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.